we've got NBA basketball in store for you here in Houston. Texas, the home of the Rockets, live on 2K Sports. Glad to have you with us for more NBA action. Kevin Harlan here with Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg, and our sideline reporter is David Aldridge. You take a look at the Grizzlies.
And this is the second game of a home and away. The last time they lost on their home court. Now they're playing this team on the road, so they're looking to kind of extract a little revenge here in this next meeting.
Now here's Adams. Thompson for the triple. And it's rebounded by Morant. It's an odd stat, but what I'm going to throw out there anyway, the Memphis Grizzlies set an NBA record last season for players used in a season.
Kevin, this isn't football, right? They had 33 different guys suited up last season. That tells you how difficult it was. Constant change, hard to build chemistry, and let's face it, hard to win games.
And they're able to recover. Brooks feeling it out a bit. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Tries again. It's up and it's off the mark. He's 0 for 1. Morant outside. Outside Jackson. Back to Morant. Memphis needs to get off a shot here. And it's Pippen missing.
The right thing there to stay that tight on him and really try to keep him out of his comfort zone.
Adams right side. Smith. Nice shot from the wing.
Supreme confidence. Smith really stretches the floor with his ability to shoot.
Let's check in with our reporter, David Aldridge.
I was able to talk with Ime Udoka for a minute. Desmond Bane was the topic, and Coach was effusive with his praise. He said Bane is a great catch-and-shoot guy, but he'll find ways to contribute no matter what. He also said Bane is hard to game plan for, but they'll do their best not to let him get in rhythm. And they will have their hands full tonight, guys.
All right, David, thanks. Outside, Bane. Morant outside. Three-pointer. And Desmond Bane with the 3.
This is why you got to stay up on Bane or pay the price.
And every year, and Greg, we agree, Bane seems to get better and better as a playmaker.
Doesn't overdo anything with his passing. Looks more and more comfortable creating off the drive and kick. He's become a large part of this offensive engine.
And so here's Memphis. The Rockets making the shot. Morant right side. Pass to Edey. Outside, Bane. Uncovered. That's good on the jump shot.
You know, not necessarily what you're looking for, but still able to convert.
Thompson surveying the floor. And here's Smith. It's hauled in by Pippen.
You can't look at the result of that shot. They'll take that whenever they get it.
Well, you know, I hear you. That's a good look, but when you're that wide open, I think you got to knock it down.
Here's Morant. The Rockets making the shot. In the corner, it's Bane. And Thompson sends it back.
On the hunt to make a big defensive impact. Thompson denying that shot.
Pass to Pippen. Clock at 6. Beyond the arc. The rebound by Steven Adams.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
The score now all even. Thompson's got 6.
This is a good sign, a positive sign. Thompson wanting to keep getting better from the mid-range.
Here's Edey. Nifty move. And he lays it up and in. Edey's got his second bucket.
Nice job getting inside for the layup. Got the D thinking. Jump shot. Gave a little pump fake. And then off to the races.
Here's Adams. Edey with the rebound. And a wide open look for Bane. Hits it from three-point range.
3 points.
Bane's got a couple of threes now in the first for Memphis.
And he just lights it up from downtown. Bane so dangerous from out there.
Here's Thompson. The layup off target. And here's Morant. He'll bring it up for Memphis. It's a 5-point game. Bane, no good. Here's Thompson. And blocked. That one goes careening off the glass. He got it up. And that concludes the first quarter of play. It's the Grizzlies. They're up by 5. And the second quarter will...
Grizzlies. 14.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter in this one. And for Memphis, guys, what jumps out to you stat-wise?
You got to credit their defense. Communicating, rotating, making plays on the ball.
They've got them rattled. It's only the first quarter, and already they've made enough big plays on defense to last really an entire game.
And timeout is called by Ime Udoka. He wants to check in with his team and regroup. Greg, what a great time to be a fan of basketball. Not just in the NBA, but all over the world.
Absolutely, Kevin. The sport just continues to grow, and there's increased value being placed on all-around skill. Even in youth basketball, and I think that bodes well for the future of the game.
From 12 feet out. Rebounded by Jackson.
Boy, you've really got to put those away, especially against soft interior defense.
Here's Pippen. And the rebound goes to the Rockets. Now Van Vliet. Şengün with a wide open look. And the three off target. And Clark, the Rockets, just one of a handful of franchises to win back-to-back NBA titles.
Can you believe that, Kevin? It was roughly 30 years ago that the Rockets did that, led by Hakeem Olajuwon, perhaps the best player in the league at that time. Of course, this was while Michael Jordan was retired from the NBA the first time.
And it's Morant missing.
It does not get much easier than that, but somehow he came up empty there.
And the wide open shot from Green. Good, and Van Vliet gets the assist.
Green lethal off the catch. Good rhythm on that play.
Morant outside. An easy 2 points on the layup.
One of the things you've got to admire and respect about him is his aggressiveness at the offensive end, always in attack mode.
Now here's Van Vliet. No scoring in this one. Pass to Eason. And again, it's the Rockets from deep.
Over the last few years, we've continued to see Van Vliet improve as a leader, and it really shows up in his playmaking.
Morant, right side.
Oh, yes, sir. Yes, sir. My goodness.
And leave it up to Morant to put on a show. What a spectacular dunk.
And some nice passing there by Houston. To the wing on the left. Back to Van Vliet. Can't tie it up as that one's no good.
You know what, though? Sometimes you can be too open. I think it may have surprised him, and that's why he missed.
Up again. Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in. Now it's a 5-point Grizzly lead.
Well, Jackson Jr. is an efficient rebounder, and he knows to send that one right back.
Van Vliet can't get it to go. So timeout called here. But first for Memphis. Teams will make substitutions. Quarter number 2, around 3 minutes gone by.
In the first half. 2 minutes.
And here's Pippen. To the paint. And stolen by Şengün. And now the latest from our reporter, David Aldridge.
Thanks, Kevin. Alperen Şengün is a weapon on the block. Coach Ime Udoka said there are not a ton of true low-post threats in the NBA nowadays. Joel Embiid, Jokic, I don't know how many others there are anymore. Alpe's had success against pretty much everybody that's guarded him. Kevin, his footwork is indeed high level.
DA totally agree. Great footwork. Moves on moves, I've always said. For 3, Van Vliet. It's hauled in by Huff.
And the stroke definitely lacking confidence this quarter. Nothing on target.
And the basket by Jackson.
Just playing with poise and confidence, and they continue to put points on the board.
Well, I like the way they're playing. A very smart first half. Quality shots, not wasting possessions.
12 straight points off of three-pointers, and the D looks shell-shocked.
And guys, now that they're rolling from out there, the defense has to really get up into them. You've got to almost be in their jerseys to try to deny those looks.
And the shot goes in. Now just a 3-point Memphis lead.
We talk about the total effect Van Vliet has on the game. You saw it all right there in one sequence.
Outside for Jackson. Poked away. And it's out of bounds. The Grizzlies able to retain possession here. We've got 28 seconds left now here in the second. It's good. And the Grizzlies lead by 5.
And you can tell they had that play ready to go. Well done on the inbound.
They kick it out to Green. Pass to Şengün. Outside, Green. No good on the 3. Here's Kennard. And the last shot before the buzzer is off. And that'll do it for the first half. A competitive game so far. Grizzlies lead by 5. We'll be back shortly live from Houston, Texas. And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. And the Grizzlies leading by 5. Outside Pippen. Morant outside. Trying to shoot. Greg, with how explosive Ja Morant is, he has certainly taken his fair share of awkward falls.
And that's what worries you with guys like that. He's already had a number of injuries in his young career, but we all just want to see him at full health.
Both free throws good from Morant. GA, if you look back at the Rockets' history, so many all-time greats have spent time there.
Yeah, it's an impressive list, right? Olajuwon, Moses Malone, Calvin Murphy, and Harden. Houston's well represented in the Hall of Fame.
That's a 2 from Smith. Good as the jump shot falls. Smith's got his second bucket of the game to go.
Hey, that quick release is what makes Smith so lethal in those catch-and-shoot situations.
Now a timeout called by Memphis. And as the coaches go to the clipboard to outline their strategy during the timeout, the players getting a chance to rehydrate with some Gatorade. That's key to staying fresh all the way to the final whistle.
And, Kevin, it really is. And every one of these players knows it. They're all making sure to stay hydrated. It's impossible to play your A game if you're not getting enough to drink, especially towards the end of games when the physical toll of a long contest really starts to add up.
Memphis leading by 5. Morant surveying the D. In the corner, it's Payne. Offensive rebound.
Another rebound hauled in. They're hitting the glass with a lot of passion.
Guys, that's been the key to their lead. I mean, simply put, the effort they've displayed on the glass has been the difference.
They get it back. There's Green with the 3. Back to Smith. And some nice passing there by Houston. Just 5 on the clock. Thompson outside. 3-pointer. And the rebound goes to the Grizzlies.
And they're 1 of 4 here to start the second half.
Pass to Bane. Here's Huff. Adams defending. Here's Huff. Scoreless thus far. Deep 2 from Pippen. The shot misses.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that.
Şengün with the bucket.
You can see Şengün improving his three-point shooting over time. I think it's all about him remaining confident.
Morant right side. It's hauled in by Adams.
And you can see the defender's afraid to kind of get in his way a lot of times when he's on his way to the basket. But on that one, they were there.
Right there, the defender clearly trying to inhibit a fast break. I think that's a transition take foul. For Memphis, they have been perfect at the line so far, albeit just 2 for 2.
And what you love about Bane is just how hard he works. His drive to keep getting better on display.
Morant outside. Payne for 3. Good on the triple. Bane's got the lead up to 8 now for Memphis.
How can you forget about him? I mean, he's not going to miss that open of a look.
Pass to Adams. There's Green with the 3. And again, it's the Rockets from deep.
Gotta love seeing Green deliver the revenge 3-ball. Payback right at you. Great response.
And with an update from the sidelines, let's check in with David Aldridge.
Kevin, the Grizzlies retired Marc Gasol's number 33 last season. You may recall he moved to Memphis in his teens, watching his older brother Powell play for the Grizz. Marc said, I had a very unique perspective, that of a fan. When I came back as a Grizzlies player, I carried that with me. Kevin, that pride certainly showed.
Pride's a great word to use. No question, D.A. Thank you. outside for Jackson. From downtown, the rebound by Steven Adams.
And even without that three-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
Thompson outside. Looking to get it going. And the rejection by Pippen.
Elite at both ends. Pippen sees the play develop, and then the perfect timing on the block. Their third three-pointer in a row.
Adjustment time for these guys. The defense has to make some adjustment.
Timeout called the Grizzlies. And the Grizzlies with some changes. And so it's Pippen with it. He brings it up for Memphis. They lead by 1. Following this one, they get to host the Cavaliers. And that's the first game in a string of 3 straight at home. Shots good by Kennard.
And guys, there are some you can give that shot to, but let's be clear, he's not one of them. Terrible job there by the D.
Buries it from 3-point range. Brooks has got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game.
Dylan Brooks comes right back with his own 3. Boy, I love his competitiveness.
Pass to Aldama. The tray. It's deflected. Here's Eason. And the dunk by Eason.
That's a hard spot to be in as a defender now. Giving up that much height, very hard to protect the rim.
27 seconds left to play in the third. And the foul on Tari Eason. That's his first foul.
Personal foul. Third team foul.
Houston on D. It's a 1-point game. Here's Heaney. Smith gets a hand on it.
You can tell Smith really relishes being a force on defense. Blocks like that will help him anchor himself at that end of the floor.
They didn't have much of a problem getting the ball into the post that time.
Kennard with the ball. Got it off in time. And he was able to put it up in time, but doesn't fall. We're at the end of the third, and we've still got a close one. Houston.
The Grizzlies. 40.
And with 3 quarters behind us, we start the 4th quarter in what is still anybody's ballgame. Houston leading by 3. Out to Payton. On the wing, Brooks. And G.G. Jackson is going to pick up the foul. That's his first foul.
First team foul.
Off the inbound pass. Shot by Eason, no good. The Grizzlies trail by 3. Pass to Edey. Back to Jackson. To the inside. Sweet move. And he sinks the layup. Edey's got the first basket as we get going in the 4th for the Grizzlies. Out to Payton. On the wing, Brooks. Payton can't get it to go. And so here's Memphis. Pass to Edey. Knocked loose. And stolen by Eason. Guys, what do you think about the offensive approach so far that we've seen for the Rockets?
I'm in love with how they're moving the basketball all game long, and also their ability to move without the ball. That style just makes it so difficult to defend.
Yeah, you know, the defense just hasn't been able to keep up with them in this one. The transition game, as a result of good defense, has been very strong.
Van Vliet outside. Offline with his 3.
And, you know, even though they're on top, they're winning. I mean, they could use more from him. Trying to shut the door on this one.
Yeah, I'm amazed at Morant's ability to take contact and still stay in full control.
Out to the wing. Houston moving the ball around. Out to Payton. Brooks outside. That's good. And it's Payton with the assist. Brooks has got the lead up to 3 now for the Rockets.
And perimeter scoring, I have to imagine it was a topic of discussion at halftime.
Certainly. I mean, they saw a weakness in the perimeter defense and took advantage of it.
Obviously, Morant has found his flow here, finding plenty of ways to create for himself.
Kicks it out to Van Vliet. Pass to Eason. Launches it. Edey with the rebound.
Rockets foul. Steven Adams. First personal foul. First team foul.
And there's no doubt Morant near the top of the list of elite scorers in this league.
Just under 2.5 minutes gone here in the final quarter. And Alperen Şengün gets the whistle that time. That is his first foul of the game.
Personal foul. Second team foul.
Here's Edey. Payton for 3. To take the lead. Out to Morant. And stolen by Thompson.
Boy, that time he anticipated the kick out and came up with the steal.
Nice shot by Smith.
And this is a statement bucket. If you weren't excited about Smith already, how about now?
Pass to Pippen. Out to the right wing. And another turnover here by Memphis.
That could be costly. When the game is hanging in the balance, the last thing you can afford is to turn it over.
And it's Thompson with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Rockets. The lead is 2. 1:49 left in the fourth quarter of this one. Smith outside. 6 to shoot. Şengün. Edey with the rebound. And now here's Pippen with the fast break chance. Jackson misses. Smart, accurate passes, Greg, are really paying off for them at the moment.
And also good off-ball movement. Everyone is paying attention and looking to create the best shot for the team.
Morant with it, picked up by Thompson. And there's the call on Amen Thompson. That's foul number 2 for him. We've got 1:13 left to play in the final quarter. Here's Morant. Payne for 3. The putback.
Excellent defense by Şengün. He's strong, he's tall, he can move his feet, and he knows how to position himself.
Smith outside. It's Şengün, top of the key. Just 5 to shoot. Screen by Şengün. From deep. Nails the tray.
When the stakes rise, you need guys who will step up and rise with it. Nice play by Şengün.
The Grizzlies call timeout. And let's head over to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Hi, guys. Well, during the break, I was able to catch what the Grizzlies coach was talking about with his team. The coach told his players, hey, they're feeling the pressure over there. Keep pressing. Keep fighting. They're starting to crack. And let's get this game even. Guys?
Thank you, David.
And with his movement skills, Thompson routinely catches defenders out of position.
Gets the first, that increases their lead to 6. And so he drops them both. It's a 7-point game.
Those are critical foul shots. Love to see him knock them down there.
7-second difference, shot and game clock. And Thompson slams it home.
Saw the opportunity to put this away and did not turn it down.
And, you know, this run shows what kind of attitude this team has. I mean, the win is there. Go get it.
Now Thompson. And he uses the glass on the layup. And the Rockets lead by 8.
This one has been all about Amen Thompson, a freakish athlete. When he gets rolling, there's just not much a defender can do.
And it's out of bounds. They say last touch by Pippen. So we see the